apparently, if you haven't actually heard, or unless you've been living on a rock, or you've actually been living in China, Chyna has officially passed away, the WWE wrestler. So, hearing this news, as soon as I woke up, right, somebody banged on my door and actually told me that Chyna passed away. Not exactly the best news to kind of get in the morning. So, I looked at this and I was actually kind of reading up on it, and they don't know exactly what. She was just kind of laying around. Now, overall, just kind of give a little bit of a tribute for the most part. Chyna was a great, talent. I wouldn't say her as a wrestler per se because she never really wrestled. Let's be real. She did her thing. She was in an attraction for the female wrestlers for the most part, right? And she did a great job at doing it. She body slammed men, she body slammed women. She was uber strong, if that makes any sense. And she was great to actually watch, right? The thing about Chyna, though, that I think would be remembered the most, probably even more than her like Intercontinental title run or whatever, maybe, or even Eddie Guerrero, is the fact that she kind of gave women a little bit of something kind of to push towards even higher standards than just their own field and within women, right? You can be above and beyond most of the men. So I think that's probably what she'll be remembered for the most, because her wrestling career as a whole wasn't really that long to really be like, she's had some great matches, because quite frankly, she didn't have any good matches per se. Like, she had decent matches, she had fun matches, but nothing really spectacular just in general. And that's just me kind of being real here. But she'll definitely be missed, obviously, because she was a great thing in the Attitude Era. She played a very big part, and she kind of embodied as to what that new type of female should be. Somebody that kind of takes something rather than just kind of being held back by, a man's world, as they say. But I think she did a fantastic job of what she was doing. Now, overall, when it comes to the Hall of Fame thing, Triple H said, if you heard on the podcast, I think a while back on Austin's podcast, he was saying that, why not put her in the Hall of Fame? And Triple H gave the excuse to be like, I don't want my kids kind of like looking up the, Chyna, if she gets inducted, and be like, well, what is this? And they click on it and they find some, her porn or whatever. Quite frankly, I don't think it has anything to do with her porn days. I think maybe Triple H didn't think her porn was any good. Have you seen her porn? It's not good. But yeah, either way, saying that just kind of really didn't make any sense. They could have just easily put a safe search on for the kids until they were older and then explain it. At the end of the day, he just didn't want the awkward conversation between him and his kids, saying that essentially, I'm kind of one of the reasons why this woman kind of went down this dark path for the most part. I cheated on her with your mom, and then that's how I met your mother. So that's exactly how it is. So either way, all I can really say is that, is she going to the Hall of Fame? Yeah, she's going to the Hall of Fame, because essentially it's kind of a guilt thing for people to be like, I know some people saying on the internet, which can be, contagious at times, that, Triple H, Stephanie, and Vince, they all heard about this. They wanted to be on this right away, and they were just like, they wanted to jump in front of this train before officially fucking, stopped, and everybody heard the news. I heard Stephanie's tweet, and it was a nice enough tweet, it was good. Is she going to the Hall of Fame? She's going to the Hall of Fame. It just sucks that Triple H had to do it now that she passed. The same way Warrior kind of finally got his last hurrah in the WWE one final time, and then he kind of passed away, sadly, which is crazy. And Macho Man never got his last hurrah, sadly. I would have liked to have seen, Chyna kind of come into Hall of Fame at least before she passed away. Sadly, I believe her last match was Sacrifice 2011, which was not really a good match. But overall, she did a decent enough job. She will be missed. She was definitely a pioneer, and she is, a high standards for what most women wrestlers should actually be. That's right, I said wrestlers, goddammit, no divas. But she'll definitely be missed. That's all you can really say. Rest in peace, Chyna, and hopefully, she has a happy life wherever she's at, and above and beyond. But that's all you can really say about it. Hopefully she does get to Hall of Fame, but I hope he doesn't do it because of guilt, because I feel like that's going to be kind of what it does kind of seem like. It's just that, it is what it is. The funny thing I would have to say, very quick thoughts, is that Triple H, it's not like Triple H banged her when she was at her peak. He banged her when she was kind of I hate to say this, but she's brolic a little bit, so he banged her there. It's what do you want to bang her when she's more attractive and then cheat on her? But either way, rest in peace. I'm sorry for saying that. But yeah, rest in peace, Chyna. She was a great talent. That's all you can really say. And that's it. Rest in peace.